Hey everybody, it's your girl, the Queen, Miss Tavia Regina, aka Tavia Targaryen, aka Thanos, aka Latae James, reporting to you live from here, there, everywhere. Here's another rendition of Tavia's Tea Time, where we talk about what you want to talk about. There's no holds barred. There's no topics uncovered. This is where we get raw, real, and uncut. I really wanted to get on the air this week because both Matt and I did not make last week's episode, which I really feel horrible about because, as you know, like I'm the queen of punctuality. I'm the queen of showing up. I think I've done the most episodes of everyone on the show. So, just wanted to give the people what they want. How about that? And I missed an episode for an asinine reason, but we're gonna really get to it in a little bit because I'm the generous queen, and I don't have no problem being real, keeping it honest, and keeping it 150%. So to my top left, we have the wise brother, medium baby, the soul of R&B in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to my top right, we have BK Matt, who took down a Colt 45 to the dome. Like, literally like 15 minutes before we got in the air. I mean, I haven't taken down a Colt 45 like that in about 20 years. So,
about to rob somebody.
Hide your esophagus, hide that digestive tract, because Colt 45 is going down hard. Pause.
That was crazy. That was wild.
Guzzle down your muzzle, motherfucker.
225, got it.
I mean, you can keep it in. I have no problem. I have no problem, partner. No problem.
Oh, man.
As you guys know, we usually do a little episode of tea time here and there. Sometimes when we spill the tea, I feel like, and my brothers feel the same, that like when we shoot off the cuff, that gives us the best content when we could be ourselves. And shout outs to Pete, because what I don't understand about Pete, and I'm gonna say this true, like Pete is like a sports guru, and I fucks with it, and I like it, and I'm glad that he's a part of the show. He's been on the show for 4 years, but I need, when Pete comes back, right? I need to understand, why is it so hard to get all four of us together on one episode? And I think it's because of him.
Not just because of him. I'll take responsibility too.
You always get him off my screen. He always taking responsibility for something. Like, shut up. Like, you and this accountability. This is not the accountability train. Today, Peter ain't here, so he gonna get the blame. Like, imagine. He be like, nah, me and my girl gotta play footsies under the cover from 4:30. So no, we can't. I can't film an episode. Nah, my girl, me and my wifey, we wanna, sit there and watch Dragon Tales and teen movies like things I hear about you. I mean, it's just an hour and a half. Like, I don't understand.
And he's part of the choir.
He'd be like, oh, we got to go and sing Joyful, Joyful with Sister Mary Clarence in the choir from Sister Act 1, 2, and 3. Like, that has been on my spirit to say for like 2 months. But you know what? I'll say it, and I'll say it to his face. Like, I give 0 fucks.
I love it.
You long throating that Colt 45.
Yo.
That's crazy.
I just spoke for like 3 minutes and 29 seconds, and you guzzled the whole damn time. Be easy. You gotta let it go down, baby.
You gotta stop. That is.
I don't gotta
what
do.
Are you doing?
Let me tell you something. The only thing I need to do.
Oh my God.
Stay black, stay fly, stay paid, stay busy, and all that.
4:35.
This not my show. Hey, bro, this not my show.
4:35. She's not my show. She's wilding right now. She's
not my show. Before we really get into the skivvies of everything, So the Queen went to an independent wrestling show a couple weeks ago where I saw Dre and his whole crew, terrific. They won their first
prolific. Yeah, you wilding out.
First tag team title. The Queen was in attendance. First of all, let me give you my feedback, right? Because no one took my feedback seriously.
Shout out to Pete, though. It was his show.
I didn't even get to all. Look at you guzzling down Colt 45, just cutting me off. Like I didn't even get a chance to say everything else. So let me start from the beginning. So I was invited to a show, Pete's show, You Are Wrestling, about 2 months ago. And then I was like, you know what? Let me move some things around because the Queen don't really go to independent wrestling shows. Like I haven't been in a wrestling show in a minute. But I'm like, you know what? My brother keep inviting me. I gave him my rider. I told him what it will require for the Queen to come to the show. And I didn't get my Diet Coke. I didn't even get Diet Pepsi. I didn't even get Diet 7-Up. But I showed her that I was like, yo, if I get there at 9:30, I will be there for the second half of the card. So I can make it for the main event because my other brother was involved in the main event, right? So I'm like, you know, I got there at 9:30, right? This is a 15 match card or whatever the hell you guys say. And when I got there at 9:30, they were only on match 2.
She's exaggerating.
I am not exaggerating. I text y'all and everything. And I was like, it seems like I'm going to be here for a very long time. So I also didn't get ringside seats.
That's on Pete. I didn't do that. That's on the owner of the.
And you know what's so crazy? You know what they also at the place where we went to? You know how much they charge for a hot dog?
Like $3.
There's food.
It was $7.
There was food there
for a hot dog.
Lizzie's.
I almost bought pateles, but I'm like, you know, I'm on a diet. Like the Queen.
Why am I shocked that there was Spanish food there?
Yo, the Queen was trying to keep her figure right, so I'm like, nah. First of all, it took me about 25 minutes to find parking.
It's in the Bronx.
Yes. And I was scared for my life. Like I found parking about 3 blocks down, and I had to walk in the dark with my flashlight on. I'm like, look, I know I come from the hood, but like that's my hood. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never been there before. I don't even know where I was. Oh. So what I would say is that I saw some pretty good promos being cut backstage. I saw a lot of familiar faces, which is always pretty good to see. But I was like, I felt like I stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, because you're from Brooklyn.
And I hope that people just did not think that I was just sitting.
I'll tell you why Tay stuck out. Because Tay have the energy, the superstar energy. She walks in. Like we were talking about at the show. Tay could just walk in the back of any show you want to, and they be like, oh
man,
that's Tay. All right. And they just go about their business. Like Tay gonna be like, yeah, I stuck out. Yeah, because you can walk in. You can just walk in the back of the show. I just started being able to just walk in the back of wrestling shows, and people be like, "Oh, yo, what's up?"
Not the girl from Brownsville saying she was scared for.
I was fighting for my life. I had my keys in between my fingers like this.
Oh
and
my
God. I was praying. And you know, I had on all right. I did it to myself. You get what I'm saying? Like I walked out with white leggings, a white bra top.
You was asking to get
a denim blazer, a denim jacket with $1,500 shoes on.
We're going to indie show, fam. Like
remember, I came from a previous engagement. Yeah, so I came straight from I went to karaoke with my friends, and then I came straight there. So
That's some rich ass karaoke right there.
Oh my god, bro.
Like I was doing karaoke in Midtown. It was just a very different environment for me. So I mean, I had to go from T, who almost no longer exists, back to Tay Tay from Brownsville.
That's facts. I ain't gonna hold
Yeah.
you, bro. Every time I go to the Bronx, I hit Carlos Santana, Maria, and that what's that Luma D? I hear that every time I go to the Bronx. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And Gasolina. I don't know what it is about those three songs. It's so hard. Pause. But like I hear that every time.
You gonna say pause after you the long throated that Code 45 for about 45 motherfucking seconds, and now it's over. Now it's pause. You got so hard. I had to say pause.
You gotta relax
about that.
You gotta relax.
Oh shit!
So we're not gonna say nothing about Dre.
I ain't guzzle nothing.
Nothing about that.
Wait, a baseball bat? A baseball bat?
No, he said there with that tiny old baseball bat trying to get in the gimmick and character. Put the bat down, partner. This is not.
I'm not in gimmick. I'm not in gimmick.
UAW. You know, put the gun back in the holster.
UAW. You see, this is why Pete be getting mad at us, man. Because
that is the initials though.
UAW.
UAW.
She said WAW. That's what it was.
She said UAW. You.
Oh,
as in you. You.
Oh, yeah. You did say URL. Anyway.
All right, Pete, I'm so sorry. We are wrestling WAW. But I was really proud of him. I mean, it was a really good, it was a really big crowd. You know what I didn't like though? There was a few MAGA hats in the Bronx. And I'm just sitting there like.
There was one particular guy, and then one particular guy, he felt like it was one of them people we talking about that might, you saw him, right?
I'm calling ICE.
For sure. Same.
I'm not playing no games. I'm calling the people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling the people because I'm going to report a crime.
Mm-hmm. We tired of being at the.
I'm tired of being a part of the 92%. It's time for me to be a part of the 8%.
Bro, I'm tired of being at the front of issues and defending everybody else. Nah, y'all want to take it.
Not him sitting there with his MAGA hat in the middle of the Bronx. I'm like, if this was the 90s, you would have got murked.
You got murked right in there.
And I'm like, Peter Luther King, you gonna stand for this? Pete Shopton at your show, he's more civil rights than me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta put his show over. Indie wrestling has not always been my thing, but let me tell you something. No one works harder than indie wrestlers. So shout outs to that entire industry. Shout outs to that. The show was really good. The card was really. I sat through majority of the card.
Mm-hmm. She did.
The moment. Ask Dre's family how I sat there
Oh my God, Joe.
Yeah.
I was bougie auntie, legit. I was like, no Diet Coke, and Pete looked at me like he got his hand caught in the goddamn socket. He's like, I'm like, I told you I was coming. A Diet, I wanted a Diet Coke so bad that I went through the Wendy's drive-through that was right outside the place, and I got me a big diet. All I wanted was a Diet Coke
and parking.
I didn't get neither. But I got a load of a lot of indie wrestling. And you know what? By the time Dre and them, when they won,
prolific.
The moment it was 1, 2. Oh no, I'm lying.
Now you sound like you wasn't there. Now you sound like you wasn't there at the end.
You had some ladder thing going on. So I was like, once I saw
No. Once you saw Isaiah,
Oh
I
yeah,
saw a
I'm sorry.
wolf. I saw a
Wolf.
wolf.
Oh, my
Like,
bad.
let me tell you, I'm that girl. Don't give me your real name
Kayfabe.
because I'm never gonna call. I'm never gonna call you any type of nickname or anything. His name is. The moment I saw Dumb climb his black ass up that ladder
Oh
and
man,
secure the tag titles,
you cried?
I
I
was
cried.
out.
I cried.
I was out.
I cried.
I was the first one out the building.
I bet she was not trying to get pickpocketed. Not in the Bronx.
No, they wasn't. Let me tell you, they would have got pew pew.
They were more scared of her than
Got the blicky.
I got. Wait a minute. Not the blicky tank.
My 4-4 make sure all y'all little don't grow.
I'm befuddled with it all. This is where we're going on tea time. I like where this is going. I like this move.
We
I
choose
like
violence.
every day. Every day.
You sure do.
I've been
It's the
telling
Brooklyn way.
people, I've been looking, I think we're gonna save this for like our next in-person episode, like because I think that we have a lot to reflect on from last year to this year, but I think that's more of an in-person thing. But I have this whole thing that I've been thinking about being a Black woman in America and what that means, and just kind of how my identity is being shaped as I'm a woman going into her 40s. And I'm like, you know what? There is a thing that, like, yes, I want to be treated delicately, but not delicate like a flower, delicate like a bomb, because motherfuckers step on flowers. Okay? Motherfuckers won't step on a bomb. So when you think of me, handle me with caution.
Run.
Don't run, because I'm the best thing that be happening to people.
Till you blow up.
But I don't blow up for no reason.
Still blow up though.
If I blow up, I let somebody slide 11 times.
True.
You feel me? So when I choose violence, it's because peace did nothing but make me look like a fucking idiot.
Peace did nothing. It's crazy. I like that. I like that talk. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that.
Use it. Use it. All right, Dre, you said you had some questions. Let's go.
All right. First question, right?
What's up?
When you first fell in love, I'm gonna send this to Tay first, right? Because Tay be having the funniest stories about all of that, right? So Tay, when you first fell in love, how did you know that you was in love?
Okay, so y'all want to hear my first love story? I have to. The first time I ever fell in love, I was 9. His name was Brian. We took swimming lessons together, and we had the biggest crush on each other. It was summer of 1993, and they were like every day I would make sure like he swam next to me. We saw each other every morning. Butterflies in my stomach. I couldn't believe it. He asked me to be his girlfriend. I said yes, and then we started talking on the phone after swimming lessons every day. So it was like I could not wait until, I got home because I wanted to hear his voice. What we talked about, who the fuck knows? But one time we stayed on the phone all night long. And I was 9. And we told each other we loved each other. And we gave each other a kiss. Legit, no tongue, pure innocent. But that was my first experience of feeling like these in love feelings. Like it was butterflies. And that's how I knew, because it was just like it felt so organic to speak to him and be around and be in his presence and everything. And we stayed in touch for a few months afterward and talked and stuff. How was school? How was this? And that's the first time I knew. And I never felt like that again. It's been roaches ever since. Roaches.
Damn.
And the second time I would say that I felt like that feeling was this guy that I met when I was 17. When I first saw him, it was as if time had stopped. And when he touched my hand, because I had to handle something, I felt an electricity through my body that I'd never felt before. And it wasn't just like a sexual feeling. It was a like I gotta know everything about this person. You get what I'm saying? Like it was one of the most beautiful things that I had ever experienced in my life. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We ended up becoming friends. You know, things happened. Um, and he was murdered when I was 19. So rest in peace to him. Sometimes I can't bring myself to still talk about it, but I felt like after that I ain't have no chance of falling in love for real. And yeah, but my first two times of falling in love, it was just a feeling like, you know, this person wants to know everything about me. I want to know everything about them. Like they're so dope. Like I'm so like I felt so like I felt like myself in another person. So
Okay.
that but yeah, it peaked at 9. My first kiss. No tongue either.
Matt,
What's up?
your first
Uh,
time
my
falling in love.
my first time falling in love, I grew up with her, so like I'm talking about like taking baths together and stuff. Like it was that young, so um, it's kind of says it's kind of subjective because you don't really know what love is at that age. Like I want to say like around 8, 9, 10, so it's like
But you know
considered
it at
puppy
its
love.
purest form.
Yeah, at its purest form, I would say with time I grew to know what love truly is. And it's more than just a feeling, it's like an understanding. It's a safety, it's like vulnerability, it's all of that put into one. It's like when you can be your most truest form of yourself and feel comfortable about it. It could be when you feel peace with that person. And it's like you wake up and you just want to hear that person's voice, or you go to sleep and it don't feel right if you don't tell that person you love them type shit. Like it's that type of feeling. I grew to understand what that meant. So my first form of what I thought was love was, could I say her name? Should I say her name?
I told the world about a
Yeah,
girl.
you was wilding about that.
Like,
You was wilding about that. I would say my first, like what I thought was love was Deja. That was like I grew up with her, like in Crown Heights, and like when I got to teenage years, it would be Tia, but that was like gang shit. So like that was street love. I mean, Tavia kind of like put into format of what street love was, like hood love, the block love, right? But I,
Ain't
I,
nothing like that.
yeah, it really ain't. Like that was my ride or die. So like, and the crazy thing about Tia is I, I, I dated girls after her that had some similarities to her to remind me of her. So it wasn't like, in a sense, it was like I was dating them, but I was cheating on them because I was still thinking about Tia, right? But I got married. I'm like hindsight being, what it is. Maybe that's what I thought love was, and I might have been wrong. But when you get older and you like really put into format and you mature about what love really is and you understand it a little bit more, maybe it wasn't the love that we could talk about, I guess. Well, that was more like love of circumstances, more less than just falling in love with somebody and being in love with somebody. But yeah, like I said, I feel like love is when you love is my like your best friend. I feel like my female best friend is like that real form of love, I guess, because that's the most comfortable I could ever be. That's the most peaceful I could ever be. That's when I'm unapologetically me with no filter, no, public service announcement warning in the beginning of, everything. I'm just me. So I would say with her, I was like the first time we actually took it there, right? Or like the fact that I literally cannot wake up without hearing her voice or going to sleep without talking to her or like, like that's when I knew I was like, damn, I really am in love. Like my world, not my world, 'cause my world revolves around my kids. That's obviously, but it's like my norm is her, and it's always been her. Like even when I was married, she was still around. She was my best friend. So I mean, that's when I knew that's when I knew what love was. Honestly, when I got away from all the bullshit and I had to sit down and recipher shit, and you realize like, yo, when everything was down and you was at rock bottom, who was there? Who helped build you back up?
Amen.
So yeah.
What about
All
What
you,
right,
Dre?
about you, Dre?
all right, so boom. I like Queen. I have two, right? The first one's a little funny.
It's not
Not,
the open Lincoln Tunnel chick, right? It's not her.
ugh,
Oh,
no,
I
no,
was just
no,
about to say that
It's
was
an
crazy.
ill no for me.
ugh.
Oh, was it Panda?
No.
Okay.
No. That's a whole story that just came out of nowhere for in all honesty. One day I'll tell the full story. But the first time I fell in love was like around the same time y'all fell in love, around 8, 9.
Mm-hmm.
The girl's name was like Alana Lemon, right? Boom. I used to live in Park Slope. You know where the Royal Video used to be at on Flatbush and 6.
You called her
Yeah.
Lemonhead, didn't you? Yeah, I know.
That's where I used to live, right there. The Royal Video was there. There was a small little insurance place or whatever the shit is, and then our building was like there in the cut, so I was right there. And Alana lived a couple blocks down, and we were in the same school. We was in the same elementary school, PS 282. We did everything together. Like we had play dates and all that stuff like that. She was my first kiss. Right? She was my first kiss. And at that time I didn't say I love you because again I didn't the only people I said I love you to were my parents. But looking back on it and the feeling that I got every time I was around her was the same feeling that I got when I fell in love the next time, where it was just like, yo, you sometimes get immobilized by love, where it's just like you can't really move along without your day without seeing that person. And a lot of times I felt like I couldn't go about my day without seeing her. And again, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, how am I supposed to know that?
Yeah.
And again, play dates all the time. It was each other
What you should
and
do on
all
these
that.
play dates, Dre? What you should do on these
Huh?
play dates? What you should do on these play dates?
So our parents knew each other. We didn't do it. No, honestly, listen, I didn't become what I am now
Was
until
Lana
I got
Lemon was
older.
Lana Lemon your first kiss?
Yes,
You said that, yeah.
Okay.
yes,
Deja
yes.
was mine. Yeah.
I remember when I kissed her. Like we were in like the courtyard of our elementary school, and it was just like kind of like a drive by. Like she was like, hey. I was like, hey, mwah. I was like, oh shit, didn't know. And then we did it a couple more times. Now, one day, summer passed. I saw Alana a couple times during the summer. Elementary, the next year, school year starts, and I'm like, where's Alana? Where's Alana? It wasn't until like 2 weeks later that my parents told me that Alana moved to Jersey. I was heartbroken. I was devastated. I was hurt. And then her parents and my parents were cool, and they got the number, and we used to talk and talk and talk on the phone a lot, just about nothingness. Again, what are we talking about at 8 and 9 years old? Like, and then we fell out of contact, like around maybe 12, 13. Never to hear from her again. And then like a couple months ago, her name popped up in my head. I'm like, I can find almost anybody. Let me look. Sure enough, I found her. She married. I think she married and everything. She was a track star. I was like, oh, okay, that's good for her. That's good for her. I ain't gonna jump out the window on this and be like, yo, Lana, you remember me? Like, nah. So I was cool with that. But when I fell in love when I was more of an adult, It was probably like sometime, maybe sometime in high school. Um, or was it post high school? Either way, I remember I was dealing with. I felt like you remember Manti Te'o, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Right. I thought it was gonna be that type of situation, and
the
it
nigga
was
that got catfish, right?
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I met this girl off a dating site,
Close the door.
or I think it was the fuck was the site? Um,
MySpace.
my Moco Space, Moco Space.
I ain't never heard that shit.
Yeah, I met her off Moco. No, tagged. I met her off tagged. Got it, tagged. Met her off tagged, and we talked a lot. I made her a couple photos and everything like that. We talked, and like I felt this bond and connection to her. Never seen the girl a day in my life. Just seen her by via pictures and everything like that. Until we were able to finally video chat. I'm like, oh my God, thank God she's real. And to this day, we have never physically met, but we've always kept in contact and everything like that. And at one point in time, I felt like, yeah, I'm about to throw this all away. I'm about to go find you. I'm about to go be with you.
Crash out.
Yeah, I was about to crash out, but um, it wasn't worth it at the end. And knowing what I know now, it definitely wasn't worth it. So those are my love stories right there.
So, quick question. I got a question. I want to
Yeah.
off the question.
Okay.
Like, do y'all feel like the loves that y'all shared growing up led y'all to believe what true love was? Like yeah, they said there's always three loves in your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
I don't
like
believe that.
For I think they say that for men. I think they say that for men.
there's like
I agree
puppy
for men.
love,
For
high
men,
school love, and your real
yeah.
love.
Yeah, it's three. It's the first one that you're not prepared for. It's the
Mm-hmm.
second one that is the
That breaks you
possibility
up.
that breaks you up, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's the next one that know is real.
Yeah,
Uh,
I went through
I
that.
think the problem is with a lot of men, right?
mhm.
For me, as far as in my experiences, I feel like men don't realize that they are in love with someone until after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
And then women don't realize women fall in love a little, to me, a little quicker
Mhm.
because they give a lot more. A lot of us give a lot more in the beginning. And then, it tapers off. Like once that rush goes away, you get what I'm saying? Like that's when you kind of be like, was this the right situation for me? But going back to Matt's question about did that tell me how love was supposed to be, right? I always felt like love was supposed to feel natural. You get what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't have to force yourself to have feelings for someone. And what I realized, like in my situations, because as you know, like I've been married before and I've been engaged before. So I realized that, you know, we love based on our self esteem too
Yeah.
and create unhealthy attachments and disguising them as love.
Mhm.
And I feel like, what I know from a lot of men, they fall in love really young and not again until they're much older. Unless you are willing to go through the trials and tribulations with someone, and I don't want struggle love, but
Facts.
and I'm telling you, but I do feel like there's a difference between loving someone and being in love with someone, right? Now
You
I
not
could
wrong.
say I loved my ex-husband, I could say I loved my ex-fiance, but to say that I was in love with them, I can't say that. And I don't know if it was because certain circumstances happened that kind of skewed my ability to be able to fall in love with them.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would say is that we all have another thing. I know I keep going. I feel like with men, you guys, you have that first love. You never forget that first love.
At all, ever.
And you kind of spend the rest of your life chasing that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like some maybe like that with me too, because like I said, I experienced that really young, and people be like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about when you have those young loves." I feel like that is when you experience love in its purest form,
It was
because
innocent.
you
It
don't
wasn't
know
forced.
it wasn't forced. It's not innocent, and you know, it is rooted in just a genuine feeling, not societal expectations,
Right.
not based on the hurt that you have felt, not based on situations, not it's like your guard is completely down because you don't have a guard yet.
Yeah.
That's why I can always remember Brian. That's why I can always, my second love was a little different. And the reason why I'm not saying his name right now, because I do want to honor,
Yeah.
you know, his family, and there was a lot of circumstances that happened surrounding his death that are still unsolved, so
Mhm.
I don't want to bring that uh, to the forefront,
I
but
understand.
that was the purest love I had known, because it's the love that it's dual fold. It's someone who takes you for who you are, but encourages you to be the best version of yourself
And that's what
without
I
trying
mean.
to force that.
That's what I'm
You
at.
get what I'm saying? And when it comes to circumstances and situations of love, like people don't realize, like, and this is how I kind of look at it now. You could touch me, but you can't touch me.
Hmm. I get you.
You feel me?
I feel that. I feel that.
It's not hard to get my attention.
It's because I'm wearing her stuff.
Yes, it is because you're wearing her stuff.
They do this all the time. I don't understand though. Nah,
Right?
but I got a question though. Real shit.
What's
Like, because everything that you explaining right now, I'm 100% feeling all of that now. Like, and that made me question. And it's funny because me and her are kind of talking about connections, right? Because again, she's my best friend. So it's like she went through all of that with me. So she kind of questions a lot because she's like, yo, you've had connections with such and such. You had connections with your ex-wife. Like, and I'm like, again, it's like how I take certain traumas and how I take certain connections in like past like relationships is it pretty much were life lessons and betterment for me as a person and a man to understand what I want and what I need in my life at this stage in my life. So to go through all of that, it helps me better appreciate that person better or like know my worth in the situation, which is also
100%.
so it was like, you know, so it's like I get that. That's the funny thing about our situation because she's been through all of it with me. She's like saying it, she's questioning her shit, and I'm like, yo,
I don't think
I
that's fair.
it isn't,
Let me
it
tell you
isn't.
why. Everything is circumstantial and
Yeah,
situational. You get
Everything.
every
Everything.
I don't like being judged for my past. I feel
yeah,
like men judge women for their past a lot harder than vice versa. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, okay, because that was an issue that I had in my marriage. You get what I'm
Hmm.
hmm
saying? Why do you still feel this way about a dead person? That doesn't mean that I don't love you. It's just I have to honor how I felt at that moment. And then this is my thing is, if I don't like having to justify who I've loved in the past.
You should, and you shouldn't have to. You should
That
never.
is our past.
You should never have to justify the person or the person that you've loved in the past at all. I do.
Exactly.
Yeah. 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 Now
No,
the only
anybody.
yeah no now the only issue that arises is, and here's how I say it. I don't think it's a level of insecurity. I think it's more of like hey, it's a respect thing. You can be in love with that person, but in what facet of your life, how much space capacity are they taking, right? Like how much capacity is that person who you've loved once before
hmm
taking in your life while you're currently in love, currently dealing with somebody?
Exactly. It's a difference. It is a difference, right? There are certain circumstances where you have had children with this person. So you're always going to have to deal with that person. You get what I'm saying? There's certain circumstances where people don't know boundaries. So you can still have an unhealthy. We're not even talking about that. You get what I'm saying? Like I have one ex because usually exes like once I'm done, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? But I do have one ex that we have remained friendly.
Yeah.
Because it just didn't work out. It wasn't that anything had happened. We realized we were just not right for each other. And at first we could have taken the immature route of being enemies and all the stuff like that. But I believe that everybody has a past. You get what I'm saying? And as long as you respect the boundaries of your current situation, there should be an understanding and an acknowledgement and an acceptance of our journeys. Everybody loves differently. Everybody shows their love in a different type of way. And I feel like I have went through a time where I used to have to diminish my exes to make my current feel better. And I'm just like, wait a minute. That's not serving me because this motherfucker is thinking that I was just treated like a savage all these years and he's coming to save the fucking day. And it's not even like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't play on your insecurities to make you more welcome for me unless you put me in a situation where I have to feel that way. Because my ex, the reason why it was, and like I said, you live and you learn. My ex cheated on me with his ex. So it was just like, what? You feel me? No boundaries. That was whack. Whack as fuck. But at the end of the day, I believe that either I do feel like every situation can be complicated. We all have our different roads to lead to each other.
And traumas and hills.
But the biggest problem for me that I see in relationships is two things that I see right now. That's huge. Especially in our age groups.
Okay.
One, people be loving you and not liking you.
Yeah, can't do that. Can't deal with that.
I have dated men.
Hey.
What? I'm being 100.
I have dated men that loved the idea of me, but had a heart on for trying to humble me.
Boy, the Gemini.
Can't have it both ways.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? You love the idea of me, but you want to humble anytime I feel good about myself. Toxic. The second problem I see is that social media and society has allowed people to make others feel like they're disposable.
Yeah, man.
Still a Gemini.
No, you feel like you listen to all. I feel like people weaponize therapy. They weaponize these gifts and these memes that they see, and they feel like they can act like assholes without accountability for their behaviors and looking like, well, I'm already feeling away. So because I feel away, these are my boundaries. I'm in my boundary box and all this bullshit and all that stuff. I'm like, seriously? Like you're the asshole.
Tavia, we love you.
We love you, Queen Tay.
We love you.
Show enough. But I do see people doing that. Like that's the thing that boggles my mind. I feel like you have this false perception of having all these options, and people treat good people like trash.
Boy.
Based on their insecurities, their false representation of what they think or how they think they should be treated when they ain't got shit to bring to the table, but mediocre sex and problems.
Facts. Just laying there.
Laying there looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, exactly. And then people be and like I've been doing a lot of reflection on this situation because I was in a toxic situation about a year ago, but I realized that like I put myself in that situation.
Both of us.
Sorry, I ain't gonna do that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Because I had been through a period where I wasn't feeling anything for anyone. So the moment that I started to feel something for someone, you get what I'm saying? I jumped for it. You get what I'm saying?
Clean
Okay.
out the window. Clean out the
I'm my sister's keeper, boy. We was one
I
and the
was
same.
out.
We was one and the same, boy.
Boy.
At the same time, too, right?
y'all was
Yeah,
out the same damn window. I'm over here
same
looking at
damn time.
y'all not gonna use a ladder? Nah,
We couldn't even touch each other because I was like, and then you know what's so crazy? For the bare minimum. It was the bare minimum. I'm sitting there like, whoa.
the barest of the minimum.
I have never been treated like this in my entire life.
Boy, I
Like,
was told I was
say
ugly.
what you want to say about my ex-husband, but that was my ex-husband.
I was told I was
Say
ugly.
what you want to say. Yo, you can say he's trash or whatever, but I had the best part of that trash bag. Any motherfucker I had the best of that motherfucker.
You had the top of the trash.
I had him. Any dude I had, guaranteed I had the best of that dude. So to go into this other phase where I'm just like, wait a minute, what the hell am I doing?
Either love me or leave me alone.
Either love me or leave me alone. Trust me, I will be fine either way. I am not a person. Let me tell you something. I love myself.
Mm-hmm. That's
I'm
what's
not
missing.
perfect, but I'm complete.
You know what? You said it. You said it. That's what's missing. And this is why a lot of relationships are not working in general. People do not love themselves, and they expect that when you come into their lives, you're supposed to fill that void of love in themselves that they never had. And that's where everything starts to become real codependent.
Real shaky.
But real shit, I feel like there's some people that are like that, and then you also have the like the minuscule few that thrive off of killing other people to boost their own self up. And for some reason they thrive on that. Like it's one thing to like and niggas is very valid for doing this. They do this all the time where they'll 100% pull a girl knowing that they have no intentions on doing anything with this girl.
But wasting her time.
Yeah, just not even do that. They'll get the number and be like, look, I got it. That's all it was. Or I hit it. So it is what it is. But now realizing the damage that they putting that person through. Right.
And then it's a flip side too. And when women know they're gonna get the number and they know they're gonna get something off the dude and just like, all right, I got what I got. Like why is the generation of lovers after we've come out of the generation of people singing and grabbing in the rain, people with the boombox on their damn shoulder,
leather in the desert,
leather in the desert,
M's on,
people singing on their job when somebody orders hot cocoa and fish. Like,
still can't get over that.
Like we've gone from that where people showing love to now people showing, like Tay said, you can be replaceable.
Now, not even that. What can you do for me?
It's a business transaction now.
How many trips can you take me on?
Nah,
that's what it's become. How many trips you can take me on?
The sad part about it is, let me tell you something. You know what it is too. Like I keep saying, society because of social media is like, oh, yo, I don't even have to. All I gotta do is I don't even have to go to a club no more. I don't even gotta go to a bar. I don't even gotta approach a woman on the street anymore. If I want to talk to a baddie, you know what? I could just go on Instagram. If I go on 50 bitches DMs, somebody gonna say something. Somebody gonna get 50. Out of 50, you got at least a 3 in 50 chance of getting some low self-esteem woman who wants the validation of a whack-ass motherfucker reaching out to them. And then I'm gonna tell you, because I've fallen for the ego boost before. You get what I'm saying? And there's another thing that I've learned the hard way too. Never date a man that has been lusting after you for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Because by the time that motherfucker gets you, he hates you.
Ain't nothing but limp dick and regret.
He hates you. He hates you. He hates you. He hates you.
And regret. Matt said it.
Yes, he hates you. Period.
It'll be the
Period.
best.
I
The
was in
best
a
3 minutes of his
situation
life.
where this dude was in my DMs for like 2 years. Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning. Beautiful. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful. How are you today? Good morning. Good morning. You know I like you, right? You know, and I'm like, you know what? You know, he's so persistent.
I got time.
Let me give him a try.
I like the way he was looking in that yellow hat. Wait, what?
I'm like, you know what? It's been a
You-
while. We went on a date. We hit it off. It was great. Then over time, I'm realizing, wait a minute, where's this energy? Now that you got me, like it's whatever,
It's gone. It's done.
it's done. I'm like, all right, boom. So I'll show you. I blocked them. And usually I don't block anybody. You're gonna see all this ass and all this success. But I had to show him.
You got to pop out and show it.
Show niggas.
Like, what you thought this was? And who the fuck did you think I was?
I don't care what nobody say.
Don't
Not like
let
us.
me
is
show
the
you
anthem
how
of
much
this
I
year.
am my father's daughter.
Facts.
Man, I see. There be people that be making me want to turn into senior. I'd be like, you don't want that.
You don't want it.
You don't want that.
It's very because the thing is, when you know what you bring to a table, when you know that you are the table, when all you want to do is go out to dinner and be dinner, and you're not asking nothing more than that, and people play in your face, it brings a level of violence that I have no problem choosing at this point in my life.
I'm the magician of black chaos. Do not put me in that spot to do that. Like,
I just don't be giving a fuck.
Just let me chill. Just let me chill, bro. Like,
just let me chill. And if you don't like me like that, if you're unsure about me, if you don't like me like that, leave me alone.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Leave me alone.
That's the biggest pet peeve. I hate an indecisive person. It's
Leave
either
me
you
alone.
want to carry this on or you don't. Don't waste my time, bro.
Don't waste my time because you're wasting your
bro.
time too. And I don't like that lukewarm shit. Like, I don't like that because it puts me in a really weird space because I'm like, damn, now I'm starting to doubt myself. I'm starting to doubt you. I'm starting to doubt this. I'm starting to doubt that. So it's just like, if you're not sure if you're not sure, I take you being unsure as a no.
Yeah.
So I went through 10 months of confusion for no reason.
No reason. When after I told you after the second month, I'm like, nah, fam, that ain't
it.
I'm like, yo, you know what? But yo, shout out to her. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. But at least with my situation, I wrapped that shit up. The emotional part of that situation was I turned into Thanos real quick. I was like, oh.
I ain't gonna hold you with and the fucked up thing is, and Dre and Tay kind of went through it with me, and even Shorty don't win now. She, like my best friend, she went through it with me too. So it's like, yo, Shorty was winning. She was winning. She made a nigga really feel like I was some ugly ass nigga. And I said, here, I'm ugly.
I
bro.
Get on you about that. I used to get on you about that. I didn't like that at all.
That shit is crazy. And
I didn't like that at all. I remember.
Have she seen your Instagram, bro?
I said, yo, I used to have to tread really lightly with what I wanted to say because I was like, wait a minute. How you think that's what getting back to? You love the idea of me, but you don't like me. So why put me through this and you don't really like me like that? Why do you do it? Because you can't get who you want, so you want to put me in a situation where I also can't get who I want because I am dealing with you. And the thing is that's the thing that messes me up. I was in a situation. I'm gonna be real with you. There was somebody like I thought he could have been the one. We going on trips, buying me stuff. Not only that, very sweet, very chivalrous. We going out together. We had a good time. Like this was developing. It was really nice. It was a really good feeling. And this and the third. And then when shit hit the fan for me, he became all talk, no action. So it's like, yeah, I can do this for you, but you have to ask me. Motherfucker, like, why do I have to ask you? You get what I'm saying? Like if you know who I am, you know that my pride is stronger than anything else. So when shit turned to shit,
Mm-hmm.
you get what I'm saying? And I had to confront him about something. We just never spoke again. This is the voting thing. Like,
Man,
what?
I'm like for the first time in 35 years, bro. I can say I'm at peace. I'm
I just know what
content.
I deserve. I
I
just
know
know
what
what I
I deserve,
deserve.
and I'm getting what
You
I
know what I'm
deserve, and I'm
saying? Like,
happy. I
and
can
like,
finally say that I accomplished everything I set out I was going to do,
good.
and every promise that I said I was going to make, even to the few that was around for the little short period of time that they were there. Like it's cool to be around when a nigga is down, but if you're not there to try to like help build it, you just feel like you got to be that rock to like mash down and make them feel even
You
more
gotta just
lower.
uh,
Like
kill
that's
it,
just
kill it.
crazy. Love me or leave me alone.
So Tay said something before, and we say this a lot, but the word struggle love, right? There are two types of struggle love, I believe.
My marriage is one of them.
There is struggle love where it's like y'all coming from the bottom and y'all building each other up.
Mhm.
And then there's struggle love like the one Tay mentioned where you're fighting and clawing for bullshit, for nothing.
My marriage.
You're fighting and clawing for bullshit. I've been through both of those. I'm not
Facts.
doing that. I don't like struggle love. I don't like struggle relationships to where I feel like I have to be someone different to appease you.
That shit sucks.
The shit sucks.
You gotta be unapologetically you at
Like, and that's
all
why,
times.
when you were going through what you were going through, Matt, I was telling you because I'm like, yo, Matt, I literally just went through this.
Yeah,
Don't do that. Don't do that. And you went through it almost the same length of
yeah,
that I went through it with, and I'm kind of like, Matt, leave her.
Don't do it.
Don't
yeah.
do it. Leave her.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Like, this is the thing that I did not like in your situation is that you were not liking yourself. And it made me, you came out of one terrible situation
Mm-hmm.
that already, weighed on your self esteem, weighed on your spirit, weighed on your heart, weighed on how you perceived yourself, and
Mhm.
jumped into an even a different type of toxic situation that you were sitting there like, yeah, I'm funny looking. I was sitting there like, who the fuck said, like, why you used to say that shit?
Yeah, that shit was
Oh, you think
wicked.
I was mad? Imagine Shorty I went now. She was pissed. Livid.
Yes, but
Yeah,
the
Livid.
thing is, like, it was too much, and seeing you go through that, like me, like my whole thing is, like I said, like I'm sitting here like, why am I letting somebody treat me this way when nobody else is treated? Like, what made you special that you feel like you could just do what you want to do? Like, who the fuck are you?
well, we was on your ass too, Queen, with
Oh
that
yeah.
other situation.
Nigga, I chose violence. I was ready for it. I
Boy,
was waiting for the
boy.
phone call every day.
Yeah, but I collected myself real quick.
All right, I got a question for you right before, like, cause we get into that hour mark, right? And I gotta go take them to Moana because they are at the door. Are we one healed, two matured, three appreciative, and accept what happened to us to get us to this point now
Mhm.
that we can either say there's no love lost, there's no hate, there's no ill will. I thank you for the experience and the lesson learned.
They can go to hell.
They
First,
can go to hell.
Ah!
Fuck you today.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Not
I,
today.
I ain't gonna hold you.
You die today.
Certain situations
Fuck you die today.
today.
Today. I
Today.
ain't that healed.
You see how they was dancing on stage with Kendrick Lamar thing? That's gonna be
Mhm.
me and me, Tay, you just
Like, I could wish you no ill will
At all.
at
still,
all,
still
but all that thank you, because it's never gonna be thank you.
This is
no.
a whole
Because
this
I didn't deserve that.
at
Because
all.
if I let you in my orbit, I'm always acting with the best of intentions. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
how I choose to perceive you after you have exhausted the best of my intentions, that's between you and God. Because just
Mhm.
know it's always gonna be fuck you for me. I wish you exactly what you deserve. Not
Mhm.
Niggas
good, not bad. Whatever it is God feels that you deserve, that's what I want for you.
Facts.
I wish you the day that you voted for. How about that one?
Now, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna hold you.
I feel now.
It's like a whole lyric. Like I wish you wills, I wish you health, I wish you insight so you can see for yourself. That's just real shit, and that's how I feel. I
And
don't
They'll
have
never
no
see
ill
it.
will for
you
you.
add at the
They'll
end, I
never
wish
see
you
it.
to hell.
No.
Nah,
It's like
just
some of y'all don't even be good looking enough. Some of y'all don't even have nothing to offer to be putting good people or even people do the ringer for nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Like I don't treat myself regular. So why are you thinking that you could treat me beneath regular?
I thank
If
them.
I want to right now, I could go outside and buy me 5 pair of Louboutins and not even think about it. Shit, I might just do that. It's not even about material things.
No,
It's
it's
about
not.
the feeling safe with someone and not feeling safe about we gonna fuck them up and beat.
It is not the physical. I keep telling people
Yes,
that
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's
I
not
don't
not
the
give a
the
fuck about
physical.
physical
it.
safe. It's
Not the
the
physical.
can I be vulnerable with you? Can I
Or
vent to you if I'm having a bad day? Because if I have someone in my life and I'm still coming to my homeboys for everything, then
mm,
what do I have you there for?
the biggest thing
Mm,
is cannot be understood and not judged.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's where it's at, and that's the problem too as well. Don't if you're gonna sit there and judge me instead of helping me figure out the situation, you might as well just be on the other side of everybody else that's not helping me. You might as well stay on that side of the fence and let me figure it out myself. Because once I figure it out, there's literally no need for you at all. Like
No need.
I have no need for you. If you're
No
not,
need.
I told somebody, if you're not giving me emotional, spiritual, mental security, I don't need you around.
I don't need you.
I don't need you around. I can defend
No.
myself. I can defend you. But the parts where I feel like there are times I may need that sense of security as a man, I would need that sense of security. If I can provide that to you and you can't provide that to me, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Like I said, I thank them because
I don't want it.
I went through all those life lessons to be where I'm at now, and I'm up now.
And
Everything
you
I set out
and
to
let me tell you
occur, I'm
something about
up now.
life. Let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you something about life, right? You could be up today and down tomorrow.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
But
You
I'm
get what
more
I'm
equipped
saying?
and prepared for it now than I've ever been.
Yeah, but you know the thing, like I said, we never know where life is gonna take us.
That's a
You know what
fact.
I'm saying? Be amendable and humble enough to know that you are not going to willingly let anybody take you back to hell.
That's a fact.
And I tell you one thing, I'm letting Tay go off next time. That's
Oh,
that's
I
it.
know.
Like, people got saved because they were like, nah, Tay's cool. Now next time, Tay have at it.
You know that. You know I was coming.
I was like,
You know I was coming.
oh,
And what people don't realize is like, yo, just be real with people. Stop being a coward. Like if you don't like somebody, if you don't want to be around somebody, like that's perfectly fine. Like everybody's entitled to changing their mind. Everybody's entitled to their choices and their preferences and stuff like that. But like
mhm,
be real because you save yourself and other people, you know, the problem of wondering like, yo, was I good enough? Was I not good enough? Like what happened? And some people be like forced in situations like that shit is wild to me.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like imagine not asking somebody, imagine having somebody in your life who's just useless. They don't want to be there, which is making you not want them to be there. Then they're not there for you when it matters. That's the thing. One thing, let me tell you something. One thing about my exes, I'll say this. All I had to, even to this day,
mhm,
all I have to do is make a phone call. Any one of my exes, because that shows you what type of person I am.
mhm,
All I got, and they would make it happen for me because of the type of person I was
yeah,
to them. So I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to myself. And
oh
I
yeah,
had to take a long, hard look at what I was allowing into my life and what I was allowing into my circle. And it goes through like where I was professionally, where I
mhm,
was mentally, and where I was emotionally. And being so caught, like I haven't been Tay in a long time. You get what I'm saying? So I had to fall in love with Tay again. T doesn't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
T only pops out when I want T to pop out. But Tay has to be happy. There's a lot of people who know T.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a handful of people who know Tay. And if you don't refer to me as Tay, you don't know me like that.
Yeah, I say the same thing. It's a few people who know the people who call me by any of my nicknames. Yeah, that's something you're fortunate to do. That's a blessing for you to do. If you're not able to call me by my real name, right? If you're not able, I say this: if you're not able to call and know that I'm going to pick up the phone,
Yes.
then yeah, your access to me is extremely limited. Right?
Yes.
My
It,
bad. My job was calling.
you good. But it's a very like people have to understand. Like sometimes they think you know you, but they really don't know you. And I've had situations, y'all have been present for it, to where I could have flipped and things would have went the most left it would have been. And y'all have been some people would have been like, yo, that's not in your character. Why are you doing it like that? Well, that person brought me out of character
Right.
to the fullest extent to where it's like, why are you playing in my face? Why are you
Why
playing
you
in
playing in my face?
why are you playing in my face and why are you playing in the face of my friends and family?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, but to answer Matt's question, it's not so much I can live through those experiences. I can learn from those experiences and move on to be better to know what I won't take from people.
That's
Um,
pretty much what it was. And now it's
yeah,
like I've gone through all of that, so appreciate what I have now.
yeah, because I'm not going out I'm never going out the way to make sure that a bridge is mended that I didn't burn. And if I burned it down, it's for a reason.
It's because you gave me the matches.
Right. He
Mm-hmm.
literally gave me the matches and the Vaseline and said, have at it. And I was at that point where I was like, you know what? I don't need this. Let me get the flamethrower.
Facts.
I do it myself.
Yeah, but just keep that away from me. I'm a genuine person. I move with genuine intentions, and there's so many people out there in our age group and around. Like, these people should be looking for help and not love.
Yeah.
Boy. Yo, my brother, I just had a conversation with my older brother. He just turned 40 on Wednesday. And he's just like, he just got out of his relationship. And he's just like, I'm over it. I'm over love altogether. I'm not looking. I'm just focused on being the best dad I can be and man I can be. And I hear him and it's just like I'm looking at him and I'm just seeing me 2 years ago. And it's like shit.
Shit would
Where
take you there.
and it's like it makes me like, yo, I'm of course I'm gonna be I'm my brother's keeper. We know that. It's just like, yo, how I can put it is like I just kept telling him, like, yo, it's gonna get better. Just accept the lessons.
Be okay if it don't.
Be
Yeah.
okay with
You have to be okay if it don't, because let me tell you something, it may not get better. That's where I'm at with it, right?
Yeah.
So as you know, like I'm single and I'm single by choice, and I'm dating in a way that's like, okay, like I'm going with a vibe, I'm going to see how it feels. And like the moment I start to feel like this is compromising what I know my worth is, I have to, I might play the game a little bit. I might give you a little, a little sprinkle of a chance, but like right now, if it doesn't serve me mentally and emotionally and spiritually, like, and I feel like some men in these age groups is too old to be playing the games they play. Like, how you 45, 46 years old saying you're not looking for nothing serious when you know that you about 15 years from AARP? Like, your
Because
hairline is fading.
because
right.
nigga,
It needs to be
because
serious now.
real shit. A lot of niggas know that in this climate of dating, all they got to do is lead with their wallet. And if I'm leading with my wallet, why do I got to show you my heart?
My thing is,
No, but more women I know are not like that more than some. They like, let me tell you something. They attracting women like that is because they going on social media, looking at the girls, sitting there on the thing is because you're trying to attract a woman from a lifestyle that you can't afford just to get them and humble.
That's a fact. I'm a
you,
homebody.
I've been working for the airline for almost 12 years, right?
We seen them DR
For all
flights.
for all 12 of the, listen, I only post what I want. I only post what I want people to see. I've
Mhm.
taken day trips and stuff like that. And it's just I don't feel like posting them. Like I don't feel like posting them because that has at one point in time brought the wrong attention. Like I'm not using the benefits that I worked hard for. I worked for 12 years to do this. I got fired from JetBlue and I got rehired at American. I put in the work. I'm not working hard to let somebody else enjoy my benefits unless their name is Lynetta, Derek, Jessica, or Deborah, which is my mother and Andra, which are my parents and my grandparents and my little sister. Your names are that. You don't enjoy it unless I feel like you add value, and that's where it circles back to the business transaction thing. There's a way it's different. It's two different transactions, right? The business transaction that we're seeing more or less is about the monetary value of things in terms of, hey, what can you offer me in a monetary value, money, jewelry, clothes? How much are you willing to spend on me? My business.
No, but they love them though. They love them. That's the type of women that these men love. I'm telling you that right now. That's the type, because you know how many times, like for me, like I'd never ask a man to finance the lifestyle that I want. Now, mind you, if you're my man, you got to know that like you may not have to finance my lifestyle, but make my life a little easier in some other way, shape, or
some
form.
capacity, make it easier.
Right? Make it easier. But like they look on social media and be like, damn, she got the fat ass, she got the this, she got the that, she got the this. That they date based on that materialistic things, and they know that they don't have the materials. Like, why, if you don't have the materials, why are you going? If this girl look like she's materialistic, why are you going to this bitch with no materials?
But they say don't judge a book by its cover too.
Bro, you going to the art class with no art supplies?
That's a fact.
Like you be knowing, like, and the thing is, you know it. A lot of men, they do that for their ego because
that's a fact.
They want to feel like, oh, I want to date with my wallet. And if you broke, you shouldn't be dating.
My nigga, I can't lead with my wallet. I'm a single dad of 2 kids.
No, it's
bro.
not even about leading with your wallet. It's not about leading with your wallet, but you should not be dating. You should not be dating if you don't have funds to go on a date.
That's a fact.
Or 2 or 3.
That's
you get what I'm saying? If you don't, even if it's going to the movies, even if it's going playing bowling and stuff like that is expensive, don't date if you can't afford to date because you're wasting your time.
Yeah, your time and everybody's
and
time.
Everybody else, and these men, they be worried. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't ever think I've dated anybody who made significant, maybe once or twice, who made significant. And the men who really got the bread like that, they don't be caring what they spend. I'm sorry, especially if you know the type of woman you're taking out. Like, if you're taking me out, I have 2 master's degrees. I have a very successful career. I take care of my daughter by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And if you coming to me talking about something, we can go to my house. What? Nah, fam. You good. If I look materialistic, don't come to me with no materials.
Hey, that part. I get the part with Matt saying, hey, you can't judge a book by its cover, but then maybe you should read a different book and go with what you think you can afford. Go with what you think you can afford. But yeah.
But that's it. That's Tavia's Tea Time, y'all.
That is Tavia's Tea Time. Look for us on all social media platforms at Yerrr Sports Show. You see Tay's handle under her at Tavia Regina. BK Matt has yet to change his name on the socials since he's only going Henny Bobby Brown on here. I am the wise brother. Tay, just take us out. Give us some wise words on the takeout. I know you have something.
I got 3 things to say.
All right.
1, so to wrap this all up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for taking a chance to come in and being vulnerable with me in Tavia's Tea Time. I always want to provide a safe space for my brothers to talk to me and let me know what's good and what their thoughts are. So 1, don't date, don't go after materialistic women if you don't have materials. It is very obvious. 2, if you don't feel an affinity for someone that you're dating, leave them alone. Leave them alone. half love is worse than no love. Half love is worse than no love.
Mm-hmm.
And 3, when you see the red flags, it ain't a circus. Run. If your gut is telling you to run, run. And my problem is I don't listen to my gut.
I'm me and my gut are best friends.
No, my gut don't even hang over no more.
Just listen to my friends.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what? That was tea time, and this is the queen.
We out.
We
Peace.
out.
Peace.